Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, good morning. Good morning, world. You have just joined, excuse me, you've just joined day 2 of the Coach House, Building Coaching Cultures. What you're about to see today is our instructors speaking to the students about what they have taken away from day 1. Day 2. Day 2.
So, Bill, what was your biggest, learning yesterday?
Great question, Mark. But what I took away from the conversations, both with the video conference from Newfoundland, who are 4.5 hours ahead behind us, and some of the conversations we had, was the idea that there's a number of ways to implement coaching culture, and there's no right or wrong way to do it, and it's okay to let it evolve, even though you might have some sort of plan. So that's what I took away.
Awesome. All the way from Newfoundland.
All the way from Newfoundland.
All the way from Newfoundland. Cool. So, Robert, for you, what had you pondering for the rest of the day?
I think for me, it was about the point of how many people I have to have in my organization that get it and understand coaching for that to build momentum in the organization. I think I'm the type of person that tries to want everyone to get there, and I'm almost willing to wait until everyone gets there, but then those that have got it are just eager to run with it, and I think I'm in danger of losing that group if I have to wait till everyone. So just that moment where there's enough people and the right people.
Cool. So your hub is showing a bit and you're aware of it.
Yes.
Nice. Very nice. And now we have the lovely Trudy. And so, yes, Trudy, what really landed for you yesterday?
I think what yesterday did was reinforce that idea of, I don't want to say build it, they will come, but what you want to do is build something to attract people towards it instead of having them run away. Coaching culture is not a fix for something. It's I don't want to call it almost a perfect state of being almost. So you want to move your people towards it instead of having them run away from something. So that just reinforced that for me yesterday.
Nice, nice. So coaching is coming up to God's country.
Close, yeah.
And Bruce. So you're a little different than some of the rest of these in the well, we know you are, Bruce. You're special, but besides that, what from an external place, what really struck you yesterday?
Well, what struck me was the readiness that an organization is, and as an external coach, checking in to see when they are actually ready to launch building a coaching culture. And so my takeaway was to look at how do we as external coaches explore with an organization by some good questions that would engage them in some conversation around, so we would understand whether they're ready to even launch an in-house coaching culture.
Very nice. Wow. So Cindy, you've heard a lot of what everybody else has been thinking, and I'm just wondering what's different for you. What was a new piece?
For me, it was actually having a conversation after with Trudy and Dave when we were talking about just at lunch talking, and what really struck me was I have this plan already in place, and then I realized I have a hole, and it was I've talked a lot about getting the coaches ready, but I never thought about how to get the coachees ready.
Nice. And
how to enlighten them about the possibilities that they'll get to explore, and that it's for them, and let them know the expectations of what a coach is, so they can come back and say, this isn't working for me. We're sitting down and they're saying this, and this, and there's no questions. It's just a remedial, another time for remedial. So it was how to do that, and so now I think I've got that hole a little more plugged, and that felt really, really good.
Nice.
So,
yeah. Oh, excellent. Good. It feels good too. And we're back to the lovely Lisa, the star of our show. And I'm just wondering for you, an internal as well, and you're thinking about going back. So what was on your mind after yesterday when we finished?
I think yesterday the biggest thing for me was we talked about 7 points of contact. when you're, you know, marketing and selling this to your staff, and I start to think, where am I at my 7 points? And I think anything before that, you're almost thinking that there might be a point of give up, right? You have 3 conversations or 4 conversations and nobody's really biting, but I realize, you know, that's not enough, and so maybe it's 7, maybe it's 9 for my organization. You just can't give up, and is it 7 with each group of people? So there's different groups as well that the marketing has to happen with, and so, you know, I think I feel a little more comfortable in knowing that I can go back to my organization and keep talking about the coaching program and be able to, you know, not think I'm overdoing it.
Nice. Oh, very good. Thank you. So Dave, the producer of our Knowledge Network, BCC Knowledge Network, I'm just curious, you're not used to the camera being on you, but, you know, what are you thinking after yesterday?
What I loved was hearing our clients and what they learned from having to present it. That was really a fascinating process for me, because we interact with clients, and so you get pieces of it, but you don't really get the whole picture. What we've seen both days in presentations was, you know, they're presenting back the value, and we're going like, you got what? And it's just a classic sort of insight to coaching, where you're coaching and you never really quite see all of the impact that it has.
Excellent. So the ending of today is one more coaching question. I'll try to make it open instead of closed so that you don't all, you know, let me have it. But here's something for you to contemplate. I think it takes kind of a bit of a hero to say, I'm going to launch something like this. That I'm going to, you know, I have to sort of put on a little bit of my, you know, super strength. And so I guess what I want to know is, what piece of the hero in you needs to step up now to go back and start building a coaching culture? So from Coach House and the lovely Kamloops region in the desert, and it has come down about 7 inches of rain in the last 3 days, but I think the grass is green and lovely.